Hey there. I was talking earlier to my friend Nicole in San Diego, and somehow in the conversation it came out that I said a comment about a person that they live in Shouldland. Should as in Should, like you should do this or you should do that. Um, and I think that it made me laugh out loud when I said it and then I said out loud that that's actually funny and that's a blog. That is a blog. Because the bigger idea behind Shouldland is a lot of people live in our same world, our same society, and they tell themselves that I should do this, I should do that, I just have to do it that way, I have to think that way, I have to perform that way. Should. And I think that has potential to cause a lot of issues internally and externally. A lot of things that you script and say that you should do this and you should do that, it causes you to have an actual bigger reaction. If you don't have a balance in your homeostasis environment of what makes you happy and what makes you full and what makes you feel content, if that is not balanced with that line of what you should do, there's not going to be happiness. And it may be that you go about your day tasking and doing a bunch of things and you're busy. But when it slows down, or in the moments that you're by yourself and it's quiet and no one's around and there's no distraction, that should creeps up as a deterrent or a frustration, an annoyance, something to be bitter about or to have resentment towards either a person or a circumstance, when really it's that belief that you gave yourself that you should. Sometimes there are things as every different age. I don't like saying as an adult because children have to really do a lot based on should, because their parents, society, their school, most of their environments decide how they function based on shoulds. And as life goes along, we learn the whys. So I guess the challenge would be to replace the shoulds with digging deep and finding the roots of why you perform life the way you do. Perform life the way you do, meaning why you run your errands in the order that you do, why you pay your bills in the way that you do, why you have the financial setup in your life the way you do. Because sometimes we just should ourselves all the way to sleep every night and then should ourselves. That sounds horrible. Oh my gosh, that sounds horrible. Okay, I need to find a different way to say that. Obligate. Holy cow. Obligate ourselves into tasks and duties, and it can become very cumbersome and something that makes life miserable, and it makes it hard to contribute to other people's lives. And the root of what I'm trying to say right now is that Shouldland can make it so that you don't do anything outside yourself. What you end up doing is obligating every moment of your day to task and duty, and you don't do something from the heart where you contribute to another person, either in your immediate life, in your family, your spouse, your children, or someone that you just engage with when you're at Taco Bell, who cares, or at Costco. But when you have intention in your interaction and then you do things bigger than yourself, is, I feel, when you become a full, wholehearted person, when you're healthy enough and you don't obligate yourself to be bitter and then resent interaction and resent participating in things because it's just another thing on your list and another thing that you need to add to where you can't keep up. To know a boundary of what you should take on to keep it in a healthy realm of ability to maintain the balance, so that really at the end of the day you know that you didn't obligate yourself in bitterness and you didn't take on more than you could handle, so that when you are engaged with the people who you committed your time and you committed your, maybe it's your money, you're present and it's authentic and it's genuine, because that experience, that atmosphere that's created based on your full understanding of what you committed and your wholehearted approach. And once you're there, you're there. Otherwise, hit the road, because it makes it a miserable experience for everyone involved when you just task yourself and put yourself in a place where you're resenting the instance, you're resenting the environment, you may be resenting the people. So when able, it's a good thing to focus on what is a obligated task, what is a choice of what you can participate in, and then and sometimes you don't even have a choice. Sometimes things are obligated tasks, but then you have the choice in that circumstance to choose to be present still, to choose to contribute in the best way that you physically and emotionally and mentally can. If you cannot exit because it's something that is family that you feel like you can't change or you can't approach, or you've made the ultimate decision in a work circumstance to stay because financially it benefits you for that time, it's just something that you do justice to yourself and everyone else involved to dig to the root of why you choose to stay there. And focus on that root, write it down, read it every day, and know the root. And it might evolve, it might stay the same, whatever in your gut that pulls you through when you really dig of why that is valuable to you, and focus on that. It can be used in a lot of different arenas in life. And this was just sporadic, all from the word shoulda-land, or should land. Oh my word, that was a tangent and ridiculous. So pardon me for the ridiculousness, and that's all I've got.